Hello. Welcome back to Hajja Sport. Mbaniriza ku mukutu guno omulundi omulala. Olunaku olwaleero ndakuleeta ndese emboozi oba ngenda kwogera era still it's gonna be an audio with someone else is a social worker nga anyumya challenge ya Dublin. Agenda kuba atubuulira challenge eyo eyisaba ky'abantu. Olina opportunity ekola appeal oba tolina opportunity, because some of us come from different countries. Wherever you come from, nga we are seeking refugee from another country. There are some people who come with German visas. Those ones are on a safer side because this country is responsible for you. There are people that come from, maybe if you come from Uganda and you have a visa from France, Netherlands, Sweden, these countries are not, when you come to Germany to seek for refugee, they are not responsible. Germany is not responsible for you. So they have to take you back to the country that is responsible for you because of the visa you got. So olunaku olwaleero tugenda kwogera ku eyo ensonga, tulabe challenges abantu gye bafacinga. Yo obadde okimanyi nti oba olina visa eno eya France n'ojja wano eno osobola okumala omwaka 0 months to 18 months ng'oli weekwese mu kyaki, muzikiti, mikwano, oba ngoberera emboozi eno ofunemu ekyokuyiga.
Welcome to Hajja Sport. Today, there is someone who wants to tell us the challenges that the asylum seekers here in Germany face. He's a social worker. He knows a little bit, and he wants to share the experience or what he sees. So join me. We welcome him, and let's start. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
How are you?
I'm all right. How you doing?
I'm fine.
Yeah.
Welcome to Hajja Sport.
Thank you.
Thank you for allowing to share the experiences or the challenges that the asylum seekers here in Germany face. First of all, what I've seen, I was once also an asylum seeker, but there are some experiences, because when we come from Africa, we have this positive we think positively, we think here everything is done, but the moment you come here and they tell you this is where you begin from, it's something hard. So I would like to know, you as a social worker who works with the asylum seeker, what are the challenges that you see there?
All right, thank you. My name is Cyprian. Mm-hmm. First of all, we Africans, most of us who are coming from Africans, most of us are doing great jobs, and most of us who are coming from Africa, they think when they come to Europe, Europe has beds of roses, but it's not the way people think it is. One, I must say, with my little experience, every black individual that is in Europe, most of us also pass through this process. One, I must say, if you're coming to Europe, one, there are different challenges you face. One, it all depends on the visa you're coming with. Most of us who are coming to Germany, some of us are coming with France visas, some of us are coming with Sweden visas, Poland visas, other European countries I cannot mention the name. When you find yourself here, first, most of us are not aware that you face Dublin cases, because when you get to Germany, irrespective of the visa you're coming with, if it is not a German visa, any European country who has given you the permission of entry to Europe bears the responsibility to take care of you. And these are the things we don't know when we are applying for visas from Africa. Because when you get to Germany, for instance, you're coming with German visa. For your past 3 months after your interview, you'll be facing what they call Dublin. Dublin law is a law that is instituted by the European Union, that any country who has issued you the permission of entry into the Schengen state bears the responsibility to take care of you. If you're coming with France visa, after a few months, you are supposed to go back to the country who has issued you visa to come into Germany. While the police will be looking for you to deport you back, these are the challenges people who are coming to seek for asylum face first. These are the first priority cases you will face and challenges you face. People will not tell you. Dublin law. If you're coming with another country visa, you must go back to that country. No matter what your case is like, Dublin is Dublin. The police will be looking for you prior to that time where you'll be able to beat the Dublin. Some are for 18 months, some are for 6 months, depending on how long your Dublin is going to last. And these are big challenges from people who are coming from Africa. Because some of us who are coming from Africa, we don't have family members in Germany. You don't have where to run to if the police are looking for you to take you back to the respective country, not to deport you back to Africa, but to take you back to the respectful country that has given you the permission of entry into Schengen. So they want to take you back there. And some of us will not want to go back there because, one, there might be no jobs, there might be no good insurance. To compare with other countries in Europe, Germany is the head of European Union, and there are a lot of jobs here. People don't want to go back to other countries that they came up from. And when you are here, you don't have family members where you are going to stay. You'll be hiding around. Some of us will be staying inside the Catholic churches. Some of us will go to mosques to sleep, to be able to find refuge, because the police will be looking for you to take you back to where you come from.
So let me ask you something about this Dublin law.
Yeah.
So what you mean that the moment you have Dublin, you have to look where to stay before they take you back to the country that gave you the visa.
Genau.
So if, for example, you have a France visa, you have to go back to France. That's what you mean.
100% you need to go back to France.
Is it that called deportation, or it's just... what is that called?
It is called deportation of permission of entry. It is not deportation to back to Africa, but deportation to permission of entry, because the country that gives you visa is a permission of entry. So the country that gave you permission of entry, Germany is going to deport you back to that country. And you have an interval of 1 month to 18 months. In interval of, if you appeal against, because after your interview, after your asylum interview, prone to what has taken you from Africa to Europe, depending on what you told them. After your interview, before they give you positive answer, you must pass through Dublin law. If you appeal against the Dublin law, it will cost them 18 months to get rid of it back to the country that gave you permission of entry. But if you did not appeal against it, they will only look for you for 6 months. You understand what I mean?
So what you mean is that you have a chance to appeal against what they have decided upon the Dublin.
Yes, because they're going to give you 11 days to appeal against it.
Okay, so if you appeal, do you also have the chance of staying, or still you have to go back? So
yes, if you're appealing, you must appeal with proof.
Okay.
What are your proof that what are you going to show prone to what you are appealing against? You need to tell the government the reason why you are not going to the country that gave you permission of entry. One, if you're passing through medical challenges like cancer, Germany will treat you free of charge. No matter what kind of sickness you came into, different kind of operation, people come in with different kinds of sicknesses, tuberculosis, etc. So when you're here and you have proof of medical reasons why you cannot go back to the country that gave you permission of entry, you attach it with your appeal as reasons why you will not be deported back to the country that gave you permission of entry. They will leave you. But if you don't have reasons, they are going to be looking for you.
Okay, there is a point you made that some of us go to churches to hide there, some of us go to mosques to sleep there. Do you mean that the moment they give you Dublin, you have to look for where to stay, or is it called, you go out in hiding, or? You
go out in hiding, because some of us that have family members, we need to go to family members to hide. Not that you hide all through your life. You will be coming to the camp where you seek for asylum to check if you have letters, to check if you have very important information. Like, depending on what I would suggest is that if you're hiding, you hide from Monday to Friday. Weekends, like Saturday to Sunday, you come and check the asylum homes. We call them homes. The asylum camps or homes where you are attached to. Come and check if you have messages, then you go back to where you are hiding, so that the police will not take you back to the country that gave you permission of entry.
So you, as a social worker, are there some organizations that can really help this person who has Dublin, who has a problem that he has nowhere to hide? He has failed to get the church permission, he has failed to get a mosque permission, he has no friend to hide him, he has no relative here. Are there organizations that can help you out in this Dublin law to help you hide until when the 9 months, the 18 months are by? What?
The truth of the matter is that there is no organization who is going to help in hiding you. The only organizations that we have here are human rights organizations who are here to assist you in your asylum processes, depending on what kind of asylum cases you have. depending to protect your rights, depending if you're passing through domestic violence, human trafficking, gay, lesbianism, and so on, etc. They don't have the right to keep you for your Dublin law. No organization. It is only the church and the mosque. The police cannot come there to look for you. It is against the law for them to come into the church to pick you. These are the places you can stay. They don't have the right to come and pick you. But especially, there is no organization that have the right to keep you in your Dublin law. There's no organization. And if you are in the hospital, for instance, one is sick and that person has a Dublin law, the police does not have the right to come to the hospital to come and pick you. No.
Is it because you'll be stressed? Is it because you
it's against the law to come
attack?
and pick you?
Okay.
It depends, because one is sick, so you don't have the police has no authority to come there to pick you.
So through this process, can someone have depression? Can someone?
Yes. Because if you do this process, everybody will have psychological problems and depressed moments. But at least that one is not enough reason for them not to deport. It's a little bit enough reason, because if your medical result tells, because if they are deporting you to the country that gives you permission of entry, they deport you by flight. So if your therapist or the doctor is in charge of your case, right, that you're prone to flying on air, that you have psychological trauma when you're flying on air, and he or she issues that kind of permission or medical report to you, your lawyer who is in charge of your asylum cases attaches and send it to the immigration office that my client cannot be deported by air through the flight zone. They will not do that.
Okay,
these are reasons also they will not do that.
Okay, you talked about lawyers. Let me ask you a question. Is someone who has Dublin supposed to pay for a lawyer? Does the government give that person the opportunity, the privilege to pay for a lawyer, or the person gets a lawyer from the government side? How do you talk about that?
Yes, in asylum cases, they have government lawyers. In asylum cases, people prefer to take private lawyers because they see 30% works for the government, because with all these cases coming from Africa, if you don't have good proof in your asylum cases to tell the government the reason why you're running from Africa, you're running away from maybe, I don't know how to put this word to you, you're running away from I don't know, any problem that you have in Africa, any reason.
Okay.
Some of these lawyers work against the asylum seekers, but people prefer to take private lawyers because private lawyers, one, is expensive. Part of the money the government is paying you for feeding. This money is meant for feeding, transportation, and clothing. That's where you save some money to get private lawyers. But sometimes you also get good government lawyers that are nice, but it's 50-50. I can't guarantee you that.
Can you trust a government lawyer on the issue of Dublin, or
No.
Because sometimes they are also tired of seeing other people that come from other countries to be in their country, because you can claim that you want to stay, but they're saying, okay, why did you come from the other country? The other country is also a first-class country. Like, for example, if you have a France visa, if you have a Netherlands visa, it's also a first-class visa. They have to ask themselves as to why you choose to come to Germany when these countries are also first-class. So the moment you come here and you get that lawyer, can he have bias, or he has to do his work?
A government lawyer cannot take care of you because the government is paying he or she for that service.
Okay.
So I will not guarantee, or I will not wish anybody to take a government lawyer, because in a space of time where you pay a lawyer for a service, he or she deserve to give you a good job. So I will not advise anybody to take a government lawyer. People take them, but on rare cases. So I advise you to take a private lawyer.
So if for example, you have Dublin, as you said, that someone who comes from another country and you come into Germany. So if you have this Dublin, can marriage help you in this case, or it does not help you?
Dublin is ban of re-entry. You must go back. It's either you go back or you give them reason not to go back.
Okay.
For you, marriage cannot help you. Marriage will only help you after your Dublin.
Okay.
Dublin is an interval of 6 months, from 0 to 18 months.
Okay.
So after when you finish your Dublin, Germany becomes, they are now responsible for you.
Okay. So that means you get a lawyer from the government side that now your Dublin is
when your
over,
Dublin is finished.
Okay.
And they know automatically that your Dublin is finished. The government will send you a letter telling you that your Dublin is finished. Germany is now responsible for you.
Okay, then you have to reapply for asylum again.
No, you don't need to apply for asylum. Look at, when you come with any country visa that is not German visa, after 3 months, they are going to deport you back to that country that give you permission of entry. So if you are able to dribble them from that period, if you appeal, it's 18 months. If you don't appeal against their decision, it's 6 months. So if you appeal, you are going to dribble them for 18 months. After that 18 months, that they cannot take you back to that country that gives you that visa, Germany will not be responsible for your case.
I understand, but do you need to reapply for
No, you don't need. The process goes automatic.
Okay.
It goes automatic.
It goes automatic.
Yes,
and then you start afresh, you get everything.
Yes, after that Dublin, on the process of that Dublin, they will be renewing their permits.
Okay.
Then for limited time.
So let me ask you a question. When you're in Dublin, do you still get government support or you don't get anything from the government?
When you're in Dublin, it all depends. When you're still in the social home, when you're still in the social home, they pay you limited amount of money.
Okay.
You know, when you're in the social home, they have different categories of social home.
Okay.
When you apply for asylum, the first place they keep you is an asylum home.
Okay.
You stay temporary for 6 months.
Okay.
If you are being transferred from that asylum home to another home, there are different amounts of money they pay you, but you will not get 100% of what you are supposed to get. They will give you 50% of it.
50% of it?
Yes, you can't get all the complete money where you are passing through Dublin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
But medically, you'll be taken care of.
Okay.
Irrespectively that you're passing through Dublin or whatever you're passing, medical issues you will be well taken care of, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for today.
Thank you.
I hope you've heard everything. Then let's wait for another topic. So today we are talking about how the challenge when someone has come into Germany with another visa. For example, when you come into Germany with a visa of, for Italy, it's quite okay. You can beat the Dublin. But if you have a France visa, if you have a Netherlands visa, Sweden, Austria, these countries are really hard for you to process here in Germany. Okay, ciao.
Mwebale nnyo okuwuliriza emboozi eno wamu nange kansuubire nti mufunyeemu ekyokuyiga. Abalaze nti waliwo emitendera omuntu gy'asobola okwekwekeramu w'abazze ne France visa, Sweden, Netherlands. Akulaze nti osobola ogenda mu church, mu muzikiti, oba mu mikwano oba mu b'eŋŋanda mpaka ebbanga lyo werikola ki weriggwako. Woba olina ky'oyizeemu nsaba okiyigiriza omulala. Woba olina ekibuuzo ky'oyagala era okumanya, let's meet in the comment section. Like, comment, share, mbaleetere emboozi endala ezisingako kweno.